You were raised in a strong Christian home.
I was. And I was for a pretty good part of my life.
Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin. Today we uncover the emotional truth behind country music legend Vince Gill's life. A story filled with unexpected heartbreak, deep love, and an inspiring journey of healing. Make sure you watch till the very end because this tale will change the way you see one of country music's most beloved voices. What you're about to hear goes far beyond the stage lights and applause. It's the story of a man who turned pain into purpose. Vince Gill may be known for his smooth voice and timeless songs, but few people know the pain that shaped his music. Behind the fame lies a tragic story that began long before he ever stepped onto a stage. It all started with a father who held high expectations and a home that didn't always feel warm. Vince was born in Oklahoma in 1957, and from an early age, he showed talent in music. His father, an administrative judge and part-time musician, introduced him to instruments, yet he was also tough, distant, and at times cold. This made Vince's childhood a struggle between wanting to connect and fearing disappointment. And while his father's musical encouragement helped lay the foundation, it also came with emotional barriers Vince carried well into adulthood. Music became Vince's escape. His guitar was a safe space, a place where he could express feelings he couldn't put into words. As he grew, he joined local bands, played at bars, and finally made his way to Nashville. Success didn't come overnight. He faced rejection, uncertainty, and plenty of moments where quitting would have been easier. But he stayed committed, driven by something deeper than fame. He had a need to prove himself, not just to the world, but to the father who rarely showed approval. With every chord and lyric, Vince was chasing not just dreams, but healing. In 1980, Vince married Janice Oliver, a singer from the country duo Sweethearts of the Rodeo. Their love seemed like a perfect match, two talented artists supporting each other's dreams. They had a daughter named Jenny, and for a while, life looked good from the outside. But as Vince's career took off, pressures grew, touring, long hours, and life on the road began to create distance at home. He later admitted that the more his fame increased, the more his marriage fell apart. The demands of success were slowly pulling them in different directions. And even though there was love, there was also a growing disconnect that neither of them could ignore. Things became even more difficult when tragedy struck his marriage. Vince discovered that his wife was having an affair. The betrayal cut deep, especially because he had tried so hard to keep his family together. He blamed himself. Even though he wasn't the one who stepped away, he said in interviews that maybe he wasn't as present as he should have been. Maybe the music had taken too much of him. This painful chapter broke his heart and left him questioning everything he thought he knew about love. It wasn't just about losing a partner. It was about facing failure in the one thing he wanted to protect the most. His family. His divorce from Janice in 1997 was devastating, not only because of the personal loss, but also because of the guilt he carried. He worried about his daughter, about the promises he couldn't keep, and about the faith he had in love. At the same time, his father passed away, and with that came a flood of emotions Vince had buried for years. He hadn't told his father how much he longed for his approval, and now he never could. The loss felt like a second blow. As if the ground beneath him had been taken away, all the grief and regret poured into his songwriting, creating some of his most heartfelt and emotional work. In the middle of all this pain, something unexpected happened. Vince met Amy Grant, a Christian singer who had gone through her own difficult divorce. They found comfort in each other's brokenness, and slowly their friendship turned into something more. People criticized them at first, saying they had moved on too fast. But Vince knew this love was different. It wasn't about escaping the past, it was about healing together. They married in 2000 and blended their families, choosing to focus on faith, forgiveness, and building something real from the pieces of their past. For Vince, this was a second chance, not just in love, but in life itself. Vince's music changed after that. His songs became even more heartfelt, filled with honesty, pain, and hope. He began writing from a place of deep truth, no longer afraid to show his wounds. He also became more open about his struggles, talking about how therapy and faith helped him heal. He wanted others to know that even in the darkest times, it's possible to find light again. Fans connected deeply with this new side of him, and it only made his legacy stronger. His songs weren't just entertainment anymore. They were messages of survival, of redemption, and of the quiet strength it takes to keep going when everything feels lost. Today, Vince Gill is not just a country icon. He is a symbol of resilience. He turned personal heartbreak into songs that have helped millions. Through their own pain, his story reminds us that behind every voice we admire is a human being with battles we may never see. And sometimes, those battles lead to a deeper kind of beauty, the kind that can't be faked, only lived in every performance. You can hear the echoes of his past, not as wounds, but as proof that healing is possible and that real strength. Comey's from owning your story. If this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss the real stories behind your favorite stars.